Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome to the third episode of All Things Sudoku. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Trevor and I do the commentary for these videos as well as all of the editing. In today's video, we'll be talking about the top, middle, bottom, left, center, right method of solving Sudoku puzzles. So when I first stumbled upon this method, I was trying to figure out how to fill in a blank Sudoku grid, and my dumbass thought that the first row you just had to put the numbers 1 through 9, and then the second row you would just move every number over one cell. Even though I was completely wrong for obvious reasons, I realized that of course in the first row you could still put the numbers 1 through 9, but in the second row and each following row, rather than just move the numbers over one cell, you would take a group of 3 numbers from one block and move it over another cell block. Once you get to the fourth row, you obviously can't have the numbers 1 through 9 again because of the first row. So this is where I realized that when you would look at the numbers 1 through 3 in the first cell block, or I should say the fourth cell block, when you look at the numbers 1 through 3 there, you'd move the numbers 1 and 2 over one cell, but the 3 would go in the first cell. So I guess in a way I was somewhat right when I said you'd have to move the numbers over one cell, but it would just be moving the numbers over one cell within the cell block rather than moving the whole row or column over one cell. So what exactly does this have to do with solving a Sudoku puzzle, because I'm just showing how to fill in a blank grid? Well, pretty much every Sudoku puzzle is going to look like this, not exactly the same as what I'm showing on screen, but each Sudoku puzzle will use the top, middle, bottom, left, center, right method, where in each row and column within the cell blocks, you'll have one on the left, one in the center, one on the right, one on the top, one in the middle, and one on the bottom. So what you basically want to do is isolate a group of 3 cell blocks and then look at a specific number. In this example, we'll go ahead and look at the number 5. As you can see, we have a 5 in the top row and bottom row, meaning in the last cell block there has to be a 5 in the middle, hence the name top, middle, bottom. Now let's go ahead and look at another group of isolated cell blocks. This time they're going to be going up and down. I'm using the number 8 in this example. So as you can see, in the right column we already have an 8, and in the middle column we already have an 8, or I should say the center column. So the last cell block has to have an 8 in the left column, hence the name left, center, right. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this method helped me fill in a blank Sudoku grid, which means that this could be a great way for you to practice making your own Sudoku puzzles. Obviously, practicing Sudoku but also making your own puzzles can help you perfect this method, making Sudoku puzzles become second nature to those just starting out. If you watched my previous episode, you'll notice that this method is very similar to the cross-hatching method I mentioned before. The reason the methods are so similar is because when you look at the left, center, and right columns, as well as the top, middle, bottom rows, you'll eventually see numbers that cross, leaving you with only one solution. In my first episode, I talked about how each row and column and cell block add up to 45, which is a great way to check if the puzzle has been solved correctly. Checking the top, middle, and bottom rows, as well as the left, center, right columns, you can easily see if the puzzle has been solved this way also. So that's basically all I wanted to talk about today. I know this video was kind of short, but that's because this method is very simple and also very similar to the method I mentioned before, which is the cross-hatching method. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed today's video, remember to like and subscribe if you're new here. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let me know in the comments if you've ever used this method. Also let me know where you first learned about this method if you didn't learn it on my channel. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, and TikTok, all linked in the description. Tune in Monday to watch me explain how to eliminate multiple possibilities using doubles, triples, and quadruples. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys next time.